With everyone safe and healthy, at least for now, things settled down around the lemon camp. Maya decided his granddaughter needed at least some sort of throne room to go with her new titles. Almost immediately after finishing the small throne room, Maya decided that it was best to move to a larger room. Little Elodie was not concerned one way or another. She busied herself farming, cooking, playing with the animals, and even trying her hand at some research. The new modifications to the base would make it safer, more productive, but it didn't get them any closer to that starship. Another bout of muscle parasites, this time afflicting the old man. He would endure it much better than Elodie, and just continue with his work. Indeed, the Lemon Party were becoming more experienced with the various illnesses on this RimWorld, and Elodie knew what to do this time. When the next trader appeared at their base, Elodie thought long and hard before deciding that goats were much cuter than alpacas. Whatever breaks the lemons were enjoying had to come to an end eventually, as another raid appeared. Seeing just one raider in the distance, it was possible that Maya and Hugh had grown a little complacent, as they took quite some time to get activated and out into the field. In fact, by the time they got out into the field, the raider was already at their base, and they didn't seem to notice. To their everlasting shame, Elodie found the raider before Hugh and Maya. She was tipped off to his presence when he shot an arrow at her. The arrow struck Elodie in the left leg and she limped back into the base as the men came running. Perhaps fortunately, the raider annoyed a nearby Megasloth, and that was his end. While Elodie tended to her wounds, Maya and Hugh dealt with the raider and with the now furious Megasloth. The Neanderthal raider fought to his very last drop of blood. The little princess had already tended to her wounds before the fight was over, but it was still a slip-up that the group vowed never to repeat. And so things returned to normal around the Lemon camp. More farming, more building. Elodie played with the cute little animals a little more. In time, a message came through from Elodie's Empire friends. They wanted some assistance, and they asked to borrow a colonist. it was decided that the group could probably spare Hugh's services for a short while. More small tasks were requested of the Lemon Party. Provided they were easy enough, the group was willing to get it done. They knew the Empire had access to shuttles and starships, and that could come in handy. Rather than allow just 2 man-hunting foxes to siege them into the base, Maya set some traps for them and waited. It was not long before Hugh returned, which made Elodie very happy. When more peaceful travellers arrived, Elodie used the opportunity to clear out some of their freezer and some of the leather that had been building up around the base. With more raiders on the way, the group vowed to take this more seriously. As with previous engagements, Maya went out ahead, hoping to engage the enemy at a distance with his assault rifle. Arrows and bullets were slung back and forth, and there were injuries on both sides. By this time, both of the raiders sported numerous injuries, but they did not give up the assault. During the battle, Maya had either failed to spot the small horns on the attackers, or was unaware of their significance. Right up until one of them breathed fire upon him. Fortunately, the stone doorway caught most of the attack. The imp's attack could have been far more damaging if it had come from the other direction, but this time the Lemons had gotten lucky. Elodie and Hugh had grown close during their time on the Rimworld. Now they finally worked up the courage to tell the old man that they were seeing one another. Rather than waiting and relying on passing travellers, the Lemons decided to send a small caravan to a neighbouring settlement. Elodie, for one, was very excited to be going off on another adventure. The trip was short and pleasant, and the caravan reached its destination that same day. Among the trading that was done, Elodie bought a new weapon, a whole heap of medicine, and something called a television. It was not long before Elodie and Hugh returned home safely, though Elodie felt they had made no real progress in escaping this Rimworld.